Morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude, and that is a good looking Tom. Good morning, Freddie Blanton. How are you?
Good morning, Danny Allison, the average dude, known as the most famous average dude in the universe.
Love it. The most famous average dude in the universe, and I love a good intro. And I love when we start show 450. Freddie Blanton, 450. Congratulations. That's quite the commitment.
It's all for you, Danny. It's all
Well,
for you, player.
I was hoping you would come back right back with me and kind of give me a little validation, because you know how much we like to
Well,
validate each other.
here is what I know is on your mind
What's that? Talk to me.
because you were talking about it pre-show, and it was you finally getting to your first ship. Let's go!
Episode 450. Let's do
Happy
this.
450.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah.
My coffee.
Tastes like success. Yeah, mine was pretty doggone hot too. And I had this sitting here. And most people get energy when they drink the coffee. I started getting a little more energy before I had the coffee. I
Ooh,
don't
you could just, was it just the aroma, the
think it was show
anticipation?
450. I think it was show 450 and all these great bus riders.
Now,
And even
let me ask you something.
yeah,
For a man that says Monday, is
Monday.
it is it show 450 or is it show 450?
It depends on the kind of, the cadence that I've got. I like saying 450. I feel cooler
Yeah.
when I
Okay.
say it that way.
You need it.
I
You
would
know what? If you would go right now, put on the do rag that you wore to the workout this morning, come
I
back out and say, "Yo, welcome to show 450." It would mean a lot more.
it would look like vanilla ice. Is that what you called me
Yeah.
one morning?
Yeah.
Freddie Blanton, you have something I've noticed over these 450 episodes. You've got this. You've got a bad attitude.
And
and it just
you're
doesn't
you're
stop.
gonna hang your hat on one thing, Danny.
Yeah, I am. Hey, look at this guy. Antarctic Mike never, ever, ever has a bad attitude. We need the big let's go from Freddie at Bobcat. And we got it. We need it. And we got it. I agree. Antarctic Mike, we all need that. Joe, good morning, Joe.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno. There's Aaron Jacobitz. He says Tuesday is now greater than Monday because Tuesday is now, right?
Today.
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 Today. Let's get it. There's Gary all the way from Dallas, Texas. Good morning, Gary.
Let's go, Gary.
We must let's see, Craig, true love springs from our relationship with God in whom resides every good that is reflected in us. Amen there. I'm not sure who that Craig fella is though. Uh there's DJ.
DJ.
There's a DJ in the house. Faux fitty first sip. Let's go. That's Paul Pat for you. He's
Yeah.
coming through. Hey, I was wondering where this guy was. Good eye. Speaking of good day, tomorrow on First Sip, we have a guest. First Sip Down Under, the mindset of an Olympian. You like that?
Man, yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, this guy's got a crazy good mindset. We're gonna save that name for later. There's Julie. Great to see Julie back on the bus. Not a bad attitude. Misunderstood. That's misunderstood. He is misunderstood. Hey, at least he dishes it out to everybody, right? Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. What you think of that Napoleon Hill quote, Freddie Blanton?
If Napoleon Hill said it, it must be true.
He does say a lot of good things, don't he? He got that voice. It's just like that voice that you got to listen to. Who else has a great voice that you just feel like, man, when he's talking, I've got to listen.
The average dude.
Now that's not true. We know that's not true. Anybody else? Strength and growth only come through continuous effort and growth. I love it. Yeah, it's Tuesday and Monday. So, Fred, what was your favorite show out of these 450 episodes? We've done a lot.
My favorite show was Thanksgiving Day 2025. Turkey Trot 2025.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to show folks that this is what happens when you do so many shows together. I didn't have to write it down. I didn't have to ask him. So, for those of you that don't know, sometimes we know what we're going to talk about a little bit, and most of the time we don't know what we're going to talk about at all. Tell them about Thanksgiving Day 2025 and why that one came to mind.
Thanksgiving 2025, we were running the Turkey Trot just like we did the year before, and we were going to go live at 7:55 no matter what. Why? Because we committed to do it. But
That's
what
right.
happened was a little malfunction, a little technical difficulty. And then, unfortunately, Danny the average dude Allison got in his feelings.
Yeah. I just got into my feelings because you know how easy it is to just stumble into my feelings when somebody is knocking you over the head with
And
a
I didn't let up.
oh
And what
folks.
we had to do was come back live after the Turkey Trot.
We did. We
After
did.
Daniel went to his apartment, decided that we could still be friends, we did First Sip afterwards.
I've never had anyone in my life that gets on my everlasting nerve as much as Freddie Blanton. But it's a love-hate relationship, as we talk about. That's what we need. And the reason that I brought that one up, I actually learned more from that than I would have if everything would have gone great. And sometimes we want to live in these little bubbles where everything's perfect, we're perfect, and we don't mess up and we don't screw up, and everybody says nice things. And you don't really like that, do you, Freddie?
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good to feel those types of things sometimes.
But, I
Hey,
also liked when Ryan Sullivan busted a rap on us. We've
nice.
had multiple ex-pro athletes on here.
Oh yeah. And it just works, right? Thanks, JK. Appreciate that. 450 in a row. We've done this on holidays. We've done it every weekday.
Yeah.
Every weekday. And it's that commitment that keeps us going, and it's a positive way to start the day. So it's been a great thing. Let's see what Julie says here. But I also think there's truth lies here, not just in bad attitude improvements. Absolutely. Uh, let's see. Yeah. You know what? I want to talk a little bit about this energy management versus time management. So I loaded up all of our transcripts from all the prior episodes, and this is the topic: energy management versus time management. When you think of that, what are we doing when we say manage your energy? What comes to mind for you?
Manage my energy. I don't think about managing energy.
You don't?
No,
Do you think about managing your time?
I would probably focus more on managing my time and maximizing the efforts in the time I have.
That's right. What and that's essentially what I'm saying by energy management, right? Your intensity. If we're running a race and we want to ramp up, we want to run the final part of that race, we want to be at our fastest. So in the beginning, we pace ourselves in a certain kind of way so that we can run consistently and manage that energy, manage that mindset, right? Manage that mindset because it's so important. Just that little turn going from I feel kind of like this to this. So it's not necessarily about bouncing off the walls. It's about having that gratitude. it's about having that appreciation and gratitude and energy, excitement for what you're going to do.
Yeah, I like excitement. I like to operate the same way at 8:30, 2:30, 4:30.
If you can maintain that pace, that's kind of, and I think that's the beautiful thing about it. We can all be doing different jobs. We can all have different personalities, but really, if we're thinking more positively than negatively, we're headed in the right direction. Would you agree with
Come on.
that?
I would.
And we've all heard this, smile and dial. And that there's a big difference. When you're frustrated, you just got rejected by the last phone call. And I know this, I've been making a lot of calls lately. That it's the better you feel, the better your calls are going to go.
That's right.
That's what smile and dial means. So we're trying to get to that place, that mental place. And that doesn't mean that we don't look realistically. We don't see the world as a Pollyanna situation. We see things in a realistic way, is what I would say. What you think?
What else did AI tell you about First Sip? 450 episodes.
Woo! Well, I've got a lot of the episodes uploaded. There's things after each episode you can kind of see the rinse and repeat. Sometimes we have great flow. Sometimes it's a little more challenging. Sometimes, we're riffing with the comments and everything in that 15 minutes just goes so smoothly. Other times it's a little more clunky. But I think we learn more through the clunky, and I think that's important. So I just believe in snapping that ball. Like I say, all these great people. Trent McJunkin is in the comments. I see there's just something about getting your mind right. And that's what the Energy Bus was about, John Gordon's book. And that's what really I appreciated about that book. And I've just known in my career, when I feel good, when I'm doing the right things, when I'm disciplined, when I'm accountable, when I'm drinking water and moving my body, but things are better.
Yeah. And through this show, we have built community support, not just for you and I, but for everybody who shows up.
That's right. And I love that. And I want people to kind of talk about what they're excited about, what they're proud of. When we look at social media, there's so much wanting that validation for yourself. And we're all guilty of that, right? We want to be noticed. But if we come together with great people and validate one another and build up the team, and it doesn't mean always build them up. We need a Freddie in here, right? We need a couple of Freddies. Paul Pappy's got a little Freddie in him too. I like it.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Systems and processes to increase efficiency to balance cognitive load. Hey, that's what happens when you got that's 1 second, Trent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
read that again.
But he's absolutely right. This is I'm a terrible systems person, and Trent knows that. But I love this really simple system for myself. This gives me just the right amount of structure where, hey, we're going to get this done. We're going to get this done. We're going to get the engine started and have a great day. Let's see what Joe says. At 3 p.m., the yawn comes in and a chance to get up and do some exercise. The more our mind works in challenges, the more we are committed to excellence in time management with sustainable energy levels. What do you do when you hit that 2 o'clock wall? What do you like to do to get yourself going again? Is there anything you like to do?
Go sit in my truck and take a nap.
Wow. Hey, if that helps, man, then that's great.
Get up, go outside, walk through the shop,
slap yourself,
get some technician energy.
I can see you kind of like slapping your head.
Somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I like to do is go out here and ask our service manager, wow, what is your wife wearing today? And he's like, what do you mean? And I say, you wore her pants to work. What in the world is she wearing? And that gives me instant energy.
I want y'all to listen to that. He feeds off of it. He feeds off of it. And I think it's awesome. Consistency, not intensity, yields results.
That's it, Gary.
Oh man, I am trying. Sometimes I'll just journal. I'll just write the word slow. I'll see how slowly I can write the word slow. Perfect handwriting, and it just to trigger the mind. Just take a breath, Dan. It'll be all right. Hey, you got a final thought for us? We're going to be interviewing an Olympian tomorrow, dude.
Well, it is something that I believe your computer spit out that something that we had mentioned a long time ago. And it was, don't let anybody outgood you today.
Don't let anybody good you today. And that was Mr. Frederick Keenan. And I'm sorry, I said final thought, but then I looked over here. I'm going to give Joe the final thought, but just because we need more Freddies, maybe, and professional women. Now he's got that one nailed. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's